Hey guys, JJ Shipmaster here doing another figure review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Nendoroid Kirby. This was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the freaking mailman didn't ring the doorbell, so now I'm reviewing it today. I just picked it up a few hours ago before I went to work, but didn't get a chance to open it or play with it because I was at work. Now that I'm home, I'm going to take a look at it and show you how cool it actually is. Before we take a look at the actual figure, let's take a quick tour around the box. All you really need to know is that this is figure number 544. I doubt that there'll be a bootleg of it anytime soon, but just in case there is, make sure you look at the packaging, make sure it looks like that, and make sure it has the Kirby 10th anniversary sticker or whatever. Not 10th anniversary, just the Kirby 10 sticker on the front. Quick shot at the side with the air sucking and the super sword or whatever. Standard smiling Kirby and then flying Kirby or floating. And here's what it looks like on the back. Just the pictures we saw already with Fire Kirby. Same thing on top. And on the bottom is just him flying. Right, now on to the review. Okay, upon opening the box, this is how you should find everything. You should see the hat up on the top left. In the middle of the top, we have the fire crown, his sword, the star rod, holding hand for the sword and star rod. You have a little fire effect part, Kirby's open mouth, angry face, and puffed up face, with the little Nendoroid stand at the bottom. And at the bottom of the box, we also find a little instruction sheet, which I highly advise at least looking at before you actually mess with this thing. Moving on. So I bet you're probably wondering, how would a posable Kirby figure even work? And the answer is simple. Magnets. That is, without a doubt, probably the coolest part about this whole figure set. Because when you try to pose them around, all you gotta do is just slide the pieces anywhere you want. So you can have him kicking midair. You can have him overlap his eyes if you want. I can't stress enough how awesome it is just to have a posable Kirby figure. Like, just the idea of a posable Kirby figure. Alright, so real quick, let's take a look at the actual figure itself. Right now I had him in like mid flying pose. And like I said, these are just magnets, so you can move them anywhere on the whole figure. And a quick thing to know about the figure, it's just a personal thing, but I feel like it's, how should I put this, satisfyingly round and smooth on it. And it has a nice, like, slightly rubberized texture to it, so it's a little bit grippy and a little extra smooth when it's in your hand, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is pretty much how they work. They're a little tricky to get off because it's a completely smooth surface. But yeah, it just looks like that on the inside of every part. Let's switch it out for the holding hand that it comes with. And let's give it the star rod. And there you go, Kirby holding the star rod. Good having it sit. Although standing with the figure is a little tricky, just because his feet are completely round. But to show you that in depth, I might as well show you how to change out the faces. And he comes with 4 sets of faces. The first one, I'll take the feet off. This is, of course, his mid-jumping puffin face. All you gotta do is rotate along the seam, counterclockwise. No, clockwise I mean. I get that confused. Clockwise, so that it looks like this. According to the instructions, the peg hole should be on the top. And this is what that looks like on the inside. And there's that one. Here is his standard face. Just put it on like that. And rotate until it stops, and there you go. There's that one. Take that off. Put this one on, and there's Kirby taking in air, sucking up everything in sight, which is awesome. Or alternatively, he had a bad day, and here's Angry Kirby. And that is just freaking awesome. Also, thing to note, they will stick to each other if you take them off. So now real quick, let me just take the star rod out of his hand. All it does is connect to a peg on the bottom. It's very simple. I'm going to make Kirby right-handed. Let's put the feet back on. And there we go. And see, because his feet are rounded, he just wants to fall backwards. So you really just gotta tease it. Insert Gavin Free picture here. I had it standing earlier. He's got like Powerpuff Girl syndrome. His feet and arms are just nubs. There you go. And that's how that looks like. Okay, so real quick, so let me put this on. Put this on. Here is his little hat. I'm gonna get his sword and just put that in his hand. And there you go. That's how it looks. And of course you can have this in pretty much any pose you kind of want, as long as it's reasonable, I guess. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Although it is kind of weird because this just kind of suction cups on. Did I say that right? I think I did. But as the instructions say, the hole needs to be on the top. But I feel if you want to use any of the hat pieces, the hole should be on the bottom. And to fix that, all you gotta do is take this, rotate it 180, and then close it again. And now the hole's on the bottom. So I'll just move this out of the way, put that on, and then you can attach them to the stand, which is a typical Nendoroid 3-point stand. And there you go. And of course, we just take this off, put it on his regular hand. Oops, slippery. Take this off, and might as well show off the last accessory, the fire crown. Not sure if that's the official word, but that's what I like to call it. And similar to the Not Link hat, it just kind of slips around, so odds are it's going to rotate around while you have it on. Oop. And that can occasionally happen too, because this actually is kind of heavy, but it's a nice weight to it. That being said, it makes it tough when it's on the stand. But to fix that, you could just tighten up the screws on the actual neck of the stand. And show off the last accessory, the effect piece. And these, I believe you can plug this little jointed stand. It's a ball joint at the end and a ball joint at the bottom. The part that goes 90 degrees down is the part that plugs into the base. You can plug it into any of these 9 holes, the 3 in the ends and the 3 in the middle. These 4 on the center do not take it. Just plug that in, and there you go. That looks freaking awesome. And yeah, also one last thing to note, it's not really that big a deal, but this face, moderately perfectly round. This face, pretty much perfectly round. But this one, the puffing face, is actually molded differently. It's actually more oval-like. So you can see it's actually puffed up more, which I think is a really nice touch. They could have easily just gone with a perfectly round face and it would still be fine. And yeah, that's about it for this Nendoroid Kirby. Right now I'm just going to fix them up, get them back all happy. And yeah, I highly recommend this if you ever get a chance to pick this up in a store or online if it ever gets a restock. reissue, whatever the phrase is. But yeah, this is without a doubt a figure you should have for one of these two reasons. You just love Kirby, or you're trying to make some kind of Smash Bros. Display. That being said, it's time for size comparisons. Up first, so let me bring him down a little bit. Might as well compare him to an amiibo of himself. This is mine. I customized him to be the blue Kirby since that's the one I use. And he is practically 1.5 to 2 times its size, which is pretty cool. And this is what I mean, like when it's like satisfyingly round. It's like perfectly round, just like the amiibo. Except this has a nice rubbery texture to it. Unlike this one, which is just solid plastic. I messed up there. Got paint on it by accident and I'm annoyed. I can't get it off without ruining it. Anyway. And how about another figure? Here's Figma Link. Now in terms of Smash Bros. Scale, they don't really scale well together. Kirby would be like this in the game. He'd be like double the actual Nendoroid size if they were to scale as if they were in Smash Bros. But you can work with it. It's an awesome figure. I highly recommend you get it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like, and stay tuned for more videos.